a little bit of NFL here.
Oh, yeah.
What do you make of this report now that came out? Right, Boston Globe had this. Ben Volen wrote it, that if the Patriots lose this weekend in Germany to the Colts, that could be it for Bill Belichick.
Oh.
He might not be the coach. This was actually written in a story, yeah.
Based on my conversations, I don't think it's 100% that he finishes out the season. If he comes home from Germany with a 2-8 record, there's a chance the Crafts could make the move in the bye week and install Mayo as the interim coach for the final 7 games. Check it out, Boston Globe and Ben Volen. If Kraft does this, my God, what have you done for me lately? I mean, you went to 9 Super Bowls, and then it would be to whack him in the middle of the season. This also comes on the heels of the video where, if you can read lips, it was Jonathan Kraft looking at the video on the tablet saying, we're just not good enough, and we're not very good. And you get beat at home by Howell and Washington. The offense continues to stink. But again, maybe Kraft just thinks, you know what, we don't have Brady, and it hasn't been the same, and I don't like the direction we're headed, and Mac can't play, and we can't draft, and we can't develop players. Our offense continues to be a disaster. What he did last year, 2 years ago with Patricia and Judge. Brady went to Tampa and immediately won a Super Bowl. I mean, this would be a horrible move by Kraft. You want to do a guy dirty like this? Come on. Just at least just admit, at the end of the year, just say, Bill, I love you, but it's just we want to go a different direction. It hasn't worked out. Let's just come to some agreement, right? And this, I mean, if I can't believe this report.
Now, in the report, Belichick has reminded people above him, that would be Robert Kraft, that he did sign a multi-year contract extension. So
apparently, it's only good through 2024. Which also, remember, that came out of nowhere. No one had that until 2 weeks ago. Wait a second, what? He signed an extension.
That's right.
No, but that came out of nowhere.
So, but if the Patriots and Kraft wanted to trade him to another team, that would be possible, and then that money could come off the books, and then you could make that other team responsible for paying Belichick what's left on his contract right now with the Patriots. So that, and rest assured, Pauly, a team in the league would bite on this and be willing to trade for Bill Belichick to become their new head coach. Some team, despite his age, some team would, don't you think, right? They'd want to have him get the record with the organization. They'd probably still think that, he's got plenty of time left. This guy can lead us to the promised land.
Maybe it's not going to be Washington.
Could be another one.
Maybe it's so bad with the Giants they move on from Dable and say, let's get Belichick in here. Who knows? But that's
year 2?
They've done that many times, though.
He just won Coach of the Year.
Well, they've done that many. I know, but they've got rid of the. Well, certainly it's been ugly this year, and the Giants have a track record of the coach only sticks around for a couple of years. But.
You can't do this in the middle of the season.
This game got more interesting to start the day. I mean, imagine if they lose and it looks ugly and they get beat. Could this happen? And what a vicious beat.
They're an underdog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but if they lose and it also, they can't move the ball again and they can't stop Minshew. But the other thing is, imagine the bad beat here if it is Belichick. If this happens, this was 100-1, and McDaniels just gets there, a week and a half before it would happen, 2 weeks. I mean, who would think this would have happened? That Belichick would have been the first coach fired. But if Kraft does this, my God.
Well,
and who knows? Maybe it's just going to be, I'm turning it over to my son, and he can run things. And maybe he's just sick and tired of this, too. Because Kraft's comments, Robert, about, I'd like to win a playoff game here. It's been too long. And it just gets worse by the week and by the year in New England.
Funny. You think they're slightly spoiled there?
Yeah.
Won 6 Super Bowls. What did he go to?
He's been to 9.
10? I mean, you could tell me he's been to 15, I'd believe it.
12 as a coach, I think?
Yeah.
With the Giants time as well?
The Patriots were irrelevant before Brady and Belichick got there. Irrelevant. No, I didn't know one Patriots fan. They didn't have any outside of that pocket.
Wow.
And then they won 6, and they're like, oh, boy, this is terrible.
Well, forget it. Well, also with Sunday, though, you have something to follow about Will, because he said, I don't know if he'll last the season, so it's something to watch every week.
Visit VSiN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VSiN sports betting podcasts.